Hi everyone. This is my first vlog. I have been hinting about starting a vlog channel or starting a YouTube channel in general for about 8 months on my blog. And I have wanted to actually have a YouTube channel for actually a couple of years, and I never really knew what I was going to post on it. I am not strictly political when I post online. I am not strictly like lifestyle related when I post online. I am not strictly really anything. That's why I like my blog and how I set it up, because I'm able to talk about a bunch of different things within 1 week. That's why I have Mental Health Mondays, Truthful Tuesdays, Work With Me Wednesdays. I have this variety that I'm able to work within. And I have those categories because I like talking about all those things. I don't pigeonhole myself in one genre of blogging, I guess. And so because of that, I didn't really know what I was going to do when I thought of having a YouTube channel. I'm not the kind of person that has a really cute boyfriend that lives with her. I'm not the kind of person that's going to go and pay and jet set off to Thailand next weekend. I'm not the kind of person that has you follow me around while I walk my tiny dog down the street. I'm just not that kind of person. I don't have that type of lifestyle. I'm a poor, starving college student, and I don't do fun stuff all day, every day. So I was trying to think of what I would do, and I realized that in social media, in today's society, we've gotten so far on the other side of we've swung so far to the other side with the pendulum that mental health, something that I'm very, very passionate about, is either glorified. Suicide, depression, anxiety is glorified instead of just trying to destigmatize it. Or people just show the ugly, horrifying side without showing that a lot of times people have good days too. Even with depression, even if you're the saddest you've ever been, there are still days where you feel less sad. There are still days that you feel less anxious. And I just wanted to be able to show people what it really is like, and hopefully be able to teach people and maybe even reach people that think that they might have ADHD, that think that they might have depression or anxiety. Because I was one of those people less than 3 years ago, and it totally changed my life to be able to have this answer to something when I finally got diagnosed with my mental illness. I don't know if I've actually listed the mental illnesses that I have on my blog. On my blog, I have ADHD, anxiety, and depression. And those 3 things together are comorbid disorders, which means that if you have 1 or 2, you have a very high likelihood of having the other 2 or 1. So when you have ADHD, you have a very high likelihood of having anxiety and depression, and vice versa. Actually, no, not vice versa. I have no idea. But comorbid disorders. And so I just wanted to be able to not only give you guys a peek into what it's like to have these mental illnesses, to suffer from these things, but also to live with these things. You can still live if you have a mental illness. You can still lead a relatively more normal life if you have mental illness. You can still have friends. You can still go to school. It doesn't have to, this doesn't define me. It's a part of me. Yes, I have depression. I have ADHD. I have anxiety. But I am not a depressed, anxious person, ADHD person. That's not what I am. That is not who I am. It is a part of who I am. I'm not going to say that's not true, but it is definitely true that it's a part of who I am, and it changes me, and it has changed me. And I want to show people that. I want to show people that you can do a ton of things. You can be a person. Sorry, I've got a diffuser going, so you're going to see that every once in a while. But I also wanted to make something that I can look back on, because you should always, whether you think you have these things or not, whether you think you have a mental illness or not, you should be regularly keeping track of your mental state. And I stink at that. I absolutely stink. That is one of my biggest flaws with these mental illnesses. And it really doesn't help with the ADHD really doesn't help with this, because I I am not, if I am depressed or anxious or having an ADHD moment, I am not going to sit down on my phone and record, I am feeling depressed today. Check. I am feeling anxious today. Check. How would you rate your depression? I don't know. I am still trying to get out of bed this morning. I am sorry. It is much easier to just turn on a video camera and say, click, I am having a crappy day today. I'm not gonna lie. So I want to be able to not only show people what this really is, that it isn't this glorified thing that you should want to have a mental illness, but I also want to be able to show people this isn't the worst thing in the world. You can still have a life and have these things. And I want to show people the ups and downs, because everybody has ups and downs. My downs just happen to be a little bit lower. My ups tend to have to be just a little bit more to the normal side. My worries are constant. My distractions are more than constant. But I want to be able to show people that that's okay, that it's all right, that it's not a scary thing, but it's also not something you should want to have. You should not want to have depression. So you should not want to have ADHD. It's not fun. But you should also be able to laugh about it. I mean, my friends and I will literally change subjects like that. And my friends will be like, there's Cece with her ADHD. And there you go. There you go. And it's okay to laugh about it. I want to show people that there's more than just one dimension to mental illnesses. And I want to show people that that's a good thing. That people are multidimensional, and therefore their mental illnesses are multidimensional. And I'm totally rambling at this point because you know that I did not write down a script to this, or even just like little things that I want to talk about, because I want to be able to get this out in one little swoop. But this is probably what it's basically going to be like. I'm going to be sitting in front of probably a potato webcam for a while, unless I decide to take out another student loan and buy a camera. But it's probably just going to be small mental health updates, and maybe an actual vlog, like take a camera around with me for the day if I'm having a better day, or maybe I'll do a couple sit-down videos talking about the certain disorders that I have, or maybe sometimes I'll talk about medications or tips that I've learned, tips that I haven't learned. And I have some other things cooking that I hope to do as a part of my treatment and as a part of my ongoing, I guess, upkeep with my mental illness. And I want to be able to show people that that's another thing too. There is no cure-all for depression. There's no cure-all for any mental illness, honestly. It has to be a multi-pronged approach. It has to be upkept. Sometimes it has to change. And that's okay too. And I want to show people what this really is and what this really could be and what you could be. I'm not saying that I am the poster child for living a great life with mental illness, but I want to show people what a real person is, and this is real. This is 100% me. I am not going to edit this. Mostly because I can't sit down and focus on it, but also because I want it to be real. But I guess that's all I really wanted to say. So until next time, guys, goodbye and God bless.